Hey, Moxie.
Hey, Tommy. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excited as always. This is my favorite part, as we always say.
Yeah, back at another one.
I know it.
We have an anniversary. It's our 10th one.
I know, double digits. I feel so old.
Right? I can't wait. We're just going to keep on going.
I know. And you know what the best part is?
What?
We're doing test merchandise.
Yeah.
We're testing stuff
Let's
out.
Test out.
Whatever.
Yeah, I
so we're
forgot about
testing
that.
out different logos.
Okay.
And our friend David made this logo. So,
Okay, so-
we got a fancy pen.
Okay. Nice pen. Writes pretty good, too.
It's a great pen. It's not one of those, And then I think we may have mentioned this before. We have the Mayo and Moxie mug.
Yes.
And then we have new business cards. And on the business card, on the back is where you can find us.
It's got a QR code.
QR code
Put
over
it
in
up
the
there so people
corner.
can see. All right. Yep. QR code. It's got David's Bowtie Studios on there. It's got our website on there.
So official.
Yeah.
It's so official.
It looks really cool. I like
love
the
it.
yellow.
I love it. And then
Yeah.
I believe...
And we
Show
have
what you
a
got.
new hat, but it's going to change, I think. This is just a prototype hat.
It's okay.
But we do have the shirt.
Say it isn't so. Woo!
We have
Woo!
the shirt.
Yeah! Yeah!
You
Yeah!
give me dollars.
I'm giving you
You give
dollars.
me dollar bills.
Dollars.
Okay.
That's for the hat
Thank
and the
you.
shirt. You're
All right, all
welcome.
right. So look at the back. Can you see the back?
I love that.
I like the back.
It's
too.
all.
The
That's
back's
the
pretty
best
cool.
best shirt ever.
Yeah.
So we're working on making little tweaks to that.
Yes, we are.
But it's a good start.
All right. Thank you for the dollar.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I don't know what it will. I love you too. I don't know what it will buy nowadays.
Okay. All
Because now
right.
everything's $1.09. Just to make
so
it annoying.
You owe me 9 cents.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it reminds me of this morning. I went to Walmart.
You did?
I went to Walmart,
Okay.
and I'm
What
not sure if he'll let me mention his name, but anyway.
What happened?
I'm going with my bestie,
Okay.
and all of a sudden we're in the store for maybe 2 minutes. All of a sudden, I hear, "Come here, I gotta get this." And this has never happened. I've never had the hand grab. Let's go. I'm gonna take you down an aisle thing. In the 6 to 7 years that I have known him. And I'm kind of scared at this time. I'm like, something is wrong. He needs something really badly. And what is it? Because we're going down the makeup aisle. I'm like, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that I can think of that he needs.
Right.
And I'm like, what could he possibly be seeing?
Because you have everything.
I do. I am like,
You have
I'm
what
pretty
you
good at
need, yeah.
spotting what I need.
Right.
And then I see these like robe things, and I'm like, that can't be it. And then we all of a sudden come across, hold, I brought
Okay.
it.
Whoa.
This
That.
glorious.
Beautiful. I love the
glorious-
sparkly.
Look at this. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Okay. Put that down. That's pretty
This
awesome.
is what he spotted.
That's fits you
I was
perfect.
like, how on earth did you spot such gloriousness
Yeah.
around a corner?
That's
Sort of.
great. Good job, David.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
was.
That's awesome.
That was a bonus find.
Can you put your mic over to the side?
Sorry, dear.
No, like this. Yeah. Then I can see you better because otherwise I'm just looking at a piece
I
of metal.
don't want you to see the pimples
Well, I'm looking
on
at
my
a piece of
face.
metal. No, you're fine. All right, there you go.
So that just
okay.
that was the best. The best part of my morning, I have to say, was the fact that
That's great.
this sparkle. Oh, it's great. Like look at.
Yeah. So if we go out somewhere, if we do anything out remotely, you can put that on.
I will wear it. I will
Yeah.
wear it, and I will wear it with my Moxie.
Moxie. I like that.
t-shirt.
Yeah. 5 different colors.
That's right. I'm styling.
You're
today.
styling today.
Can I
We're
say
all
I'm
styling.
on it? I'm on it.
Okay.
But it was an interesting trip and an interesting morning, which brings
Okay.
me to something else I wanted to ask you.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything weird you do when you're home alone? Like, when you're home alone, are you just, okay, maybe it's just me. I dance a lot when I'm by myself. I don't do it when anybody's home. but I dance up on the couch. I'm a jump around here, jump around there. I don't look in a mirror because I'm pretty sure that I'm that girl that in my head I look way better than in real life.
Right. I don't see myself looking in mirrors a lot at all.
No, you don't?
No, not really.
No?
No.
Do you like,
No.
there's nothing.
But I kind of act weird sometimes, or I sing a lot. I just love music because I'm in radio.
Do you sing well?
I do sing well. I'm not a bad singer. I can hold a tune, and we'll find out when we go to karaoke someday.
Okay. I'll hold you to that.
Absolutely.
Now, do you ever bust out opera, like in the shower or something? Have you ever
Sometimes,
tried it?
yes. If it's I'll do that.
I feel like I could do it.
Because it's if it's an echoey shower.
So it's echoey opera in the shower.
Yeah, I do that a lot when I'm more like in a building somewhere and it's like really got a good acoustics.
Sure.
And then I'll just kind of, because you can sound better. It just comes back to you, not just so it's flat like right here in the radio.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I sing in the shower. I sing in the shower.
Absolutely.
A little bit louder, obviously, if none of the housemates or a company or the kid is home.
Yeah.
As long as I'm by myself, which is a lot. So
Yes.
which means there's a lot of
you.
singing. Sorry, I'm stabbing the back of my head with my earring.
All right.
That was fun.
All right. Sure.
But I feel I do a lot of baby talk to my animals. I don't know. I throw stuff when I'm cooking as opposed to walking over to the trash. I mean, I'll pick it up if I miss.
I have no more animals to talk
There's
to.
the quick dart from the shower to where you change. I don't worry about.
Right.
So, I don't know. Does anybody else? Is it just me?
Yeah. No, there's a lot. People do different things, obviously, out there. But
it's your own house.
it's your own house. Do what you got to do.
Do what you want.
Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
So my trash is overflowing. I'll clean it. I'll get there.
Yeah. You ever get really distracted on things? So say you're doing one thing and then you say, okay, well, say, you're gonna change a light bulb. This is an example. You're gonna change a light bulb, and then all of a sudden, okay, well, the light bulb's kind of hot, so I better go grab something to unscrew that. So then you go to the kitchen, and then all of a sudden, but then all of a sudden over here, you're like, you know what? I think I'll just have a cup of coffee or do the dishes and totally forget about what I was there for.
Yes.
And then on the way back, you're like, so you're going back. And then you just totally forgot about the light bulb because you're going to do something else.
But is that multitasking?
I don't know. No, it's called
multitasking?
distraction.
I guess it's a fine line between distraction and multitasking.
Yeah.
I do find myself doing that, starting one project which leads to another project, and before you know it, your house is full of 5 different projects that you started, and you look and you go, oh no. I have no choice but to finish all 5 of them. Yeah.
I guess you go back to the one you started first.
I guess.
Which was a few weeks ago.
maybe or maybe your brain just needs to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
So and for me, it's a little bit different because tasks take a little bit longer. So I think we mentioned once before that I have an eye condition.
Yes.
Which messes with my vision.
Right.
So
you can't see at night that well, right?
I can't see it. I'm a bat.
Yeah, you're a bat.
I'm related to Batman.
Bats.
Batman.
Bats.
Secret sonar.
Batman.
Yes.
Right.
So for me, there's the snow effect. So what I would say is when you're watching a movie or something and then the dream sequence happens.
Yes.
And they fog out or fuzz the sides.
Yes.
That's what my vision is a lot of the time.
Oh, wow.
Which is annoying.
That is
so,
annoying.
however, I have noticed that I use medical marijuana. If I smoke, I don't have as much of a snowy effect. It makes that go away and I can see a little bit better. Plus, because of some certain mental things that are going on, it slows my brain down.
Oh.
I don't think of 8 million things at the same time.
Right.
I'm also try to be as holistic as possible. I'm not a chemical person. I hate taking pills.
Yeah, I don't take pills at all.
I'm like, I don't really want to.
You don't have to.
No, I also suffer from chronic pain with extreme nerve damage. And
I'm sorry.
that's okay. I know that pain means I'm alive.
Yes.
And it also means that it's not getting worse. It's not something that's going to make me die,
Right.
but it's pain right at the moment.
Yeah.
Until, it changes and then you get a different diagnosis or whatever.
Right.
Chronic pain people know that you get used to your pain and you don't really feel it anymore unless something changes.
You shouldn't have to get used to pain.
So the average person wouldn't understand what necessarily that means. So an ouch of stubbing your toe or something is what we would feel all day long, every day.
I couldn't do that. I'm never in pain.
Strong like boar.
Yeah, you get, I get the back, sometimes, shoulder or back in the middle of your shoulder blades or something like that, which is normal, and, those types of pains, but I can easily be fixed with just some pressure points.
Right.
Which I do a lot.
Right.
So I'm a self-healer.
Sure.
And I know you are too.
Yes.
But, it's so
that's actually
easy.
how I noticed the issues were worse.
Yeah.
Is that I couldn't get the self-healing, or I was getting energy medicine, which I still do, through Diane DePetro at Tintagels Gate in Athol. Listen, there's a Salem right near ya if you're in Western Mass.
Really? Where is this?
It's in Athol on Main Street,
What?
Tintagels Gate.
Tintagels Gate.
Right. Tarot card readings to energy medicine to swords, crystals,
I'm definitely going to have to go there.
Plants.
You'll go there with me.
Oh, of course I will.
Absolutely. Let's go visit. We'll go visit them, take a couple pics or something.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
We just did.
I love that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm totally into it.
So I always would go to her for healing, and everything worked for a while. And then when I noticed things weren't working, that means something's
right.
wrong.
Yes.
There's something different
Right.
that has happened.
Yeah.
What is it? And I went and saw specialists, and I'm like, do I say this on air or do I not? But here we are. We're real people.
Yeah, that's
real
right.
Talk.
Real talk.
So I got diagnosed with severe cervical nerve damage going down a lot of my spine on both sides.
Oh boy.
And it's not fun. It's not fun. Although zombie arm is interesting. Okay, let me explain.
Okay.
It's a nerve damage which gives me a twitch, so I can be like simple as like this, right?
Yeah.
And it comes out of the blue. So if somebody's...
That's because it's a nerve.
Right.
It's hitting.
So if you see me twitching, you better step aside because I can at any moment be like this.
It's that.
It can be.
Moderate,
it can be.
huh?
But I've had it for so long. I know when I'm about to be at that point.
Okay.
That I do the necessary things that calm down the muscles that are pinching all of that to make it at least just be the pain and not the twitching.
Wow. Yeah, nerves are really hard to figure out.
They are.
It's not like the pressure point on a muscle or whatever, but you can try to relieve the nerve if you go a certain way.
Acupuncture.
Yeah.
Sure, people can try acupuncture. I know people, and I know people that are in Reiki medicine, massage therapy,
right,
heat stones, hot tubs. I am working with. I told my specialist, I said, what would happen if I approached insurance companies and said, I think everybody needs a hot tub? We would need less medications. We wouldn't need to get massages. You would be saving so much money because people would float and relax in hot water.
Water therapy works.
Whoa.
And the cold ones too. Someone just talked about
cold ones?
There's a huge cold one out there too.
And you know what?
But I can't deal with the cold.
No,
I just
that
can't.
makes it hurts more.
It does
for
hurt
me.
for me too.
So hot tubs, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Insurance companies, I'm working on
That'd
it.
be a
Everybody
great
with
idea.
chronic pain.
That'd be great.
And then she killed my hopes and dreams. She said, but unfortunately, that means Big Pharma wouldn't get their money, and
Right.
the medical companies wouldn't get their money, and then the big
Cares
shots.
about-
Nobody else would get their money, but
Cares.
you would be healthy,
Yes.
and you would feel good.
Right.
No, we don't want that.
And you know what? In today's society, people are coming to the light.
I think so.
We're looking at labels now.
Sure.
We're doing all those things because we don't want to be on those pills.
Yes, and I think,
And you know what I'm saying?
I think that's why a lot of the big wigs and a lot of pharmas and a lot of those are upset with medical marijuana, and why a lot of places it's still not federally okay is because you can grow it at your house.
Right.
And like I was saying, that I use it. It helps with all of my things.
Yeah.
It helps with my mental. It helps with my vision.
Right.
And it helps with my pain.
Yeah.
One thing.
Keeps you mellow, keeps you calm down.
One thing helps all of those.
See?
And it's grown in the ground. It's
Right.
not medically,
Right.
chemically produced.
Yes.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this out there.
Okay. All right.
It's wrong that there are people in jail for selling marijuana when marijuana is now legal and put in medical places. There, I said it. Those people should be
It's
free.
legal where we are, but still not legal where some other people
Right,
are.
right.
It's just not federally
Which
legal yet.
I understand, and then they're worried about all these other drugs coming in. So now the big thing is microdosing. Right now, are we getting out of
What is
control
that?
with drugs? Microdosing is mushrooms in small doses. So mushrooms make you trip or see things. I
Right.
personally have never done any of these things.
Right.
I've only ever smoked weed.
Yep.
My understanding is that keeps these people in a euphoric state instead of being super depressed and down and manic.
Right.
And I get that.
I've heard of that before.
And I understand that. But that's what drugs do. Now, aren't we getting a little overboard? Because we can say that every drug does something like that.
Of course.
you know?
Right.
I'm sure we
Absolutely.
can say justify cocaine. We can justify all these other things. So there's got to be a point where we stop.
Yes. Right. Well, some are worse than others.
Correct.
And some aren't good for your body.
Correct. So,
But I've
you
never
know,
heard of anybody actually passing away through marijuana or anything like that.
No.
And people are coming out with a lot more studies now that it's, legal in some states and not
Yes.
others. But
I will play devil's advocate. I will play a devil's advocate here. I will say, as a person who used to smoke a lot all the time, almost every day,
smoke what?
marijuana all the time, more than I should. And when I came to a dead stop, which means cold turkey, zero, none at all, and I did it for 5 days, I will say there is the worst headache you will have in your life. Because I said, what on God's earth is going on in my head? Like, what is this?
Weird.
And I had met a girl that said, did you used to smoke a lot of weed? And I said, yeah. And she said, I know people say there isn't a withdrawal, but that's from that. It's the worst because you just started. And I was like, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Oh, I'm going to do a rubber chicken head moment. This guy right here is my new swear button.
What is it?
It's a shaker
Oh.
and a skeleton.
But it's a skull. Yeah, it's a skull.
It's a skull.
Excuse me.
So when I swear or say things inappropriately, I'm going to try to remember to be like,
Okay.
as I say it.
Great.
There we go.
That's great.
If this doesn't work, the swear jar is coming out and somebody's getting rich. But anyways, so, I guess there's what do people like and what do people take? And it's really, as a chronic pain person, it's really what doesn't kill you, helps you, makes you still functional and still be a human being. That's what you take. That's what you do.
It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger.
What
Kelly
doesn't-
Clarkson.
I want to sing it so
What doesn't
bad
kill you
right
makes
now.
you stronger. Da, 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 da. Where's my dollar? Here it is. So,
That's fantastic.
that was my 9 cents.
So I guess we know
So-
what else I do at home. I smoke when I'm at home, but
Yeah, okay.
home alone, I like to cook. I'm just going back to that because
Like
we
to
got off the
cook,
topic a
yeah.
little bit, but I cook a lot. I make unhealthy things when I'm home alone.
You do?
Well, not No,
I
'cause
try to
it's-
eat a lot healthier
It's still
now.
homemade. I'm not so much a processed food person.
Yeah.
It's still homemade, but I'm like,
Right.
we're gonna add a little extra bacon. We're like, ooh, that's some extra cheese over there. And ooh, sausage. You know,
Lately since I've been thinking about all these bad foods that are bad for you, which just helps the big pharma, which puts you on the medications because of all these things. And, now they have banned the red 40 and all those dyes and yellow this and that, right? Okay. So, but people like, I can't, once you learn these things, you can't preach to people and tell them that, bacon, processed foods, you're going to get dementia. Eventually, I mean, you couldn't.
You couldn't.
But where do you draw the line?
So I guess,
what I'm saying?
I guess I would say,
how can we eat anything?
It's up to the individuals at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you can only give people so much information, right?
Yes.
And then you have everybody's opinion. This is my opinion. That is your opinion.
True.
Then you have, where did you fact check? Is this a conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
There's too many what ifs, so it has to be what works for the individual.
Yeah.
I have what works for me, and I can tell if people are going to be receptive to it. So then I talk more about it to those people. I think like a lot of the world is afraid to hear about some truths, and they rather just live out their lives in their bubbles so that they can be in peace.
Yeah.
Because if we all knew all of everything, we would all not be happy.
Exactly.
And we would all
and we have nothing to eat.
We would have nothing to eat, and we'd be afraid of a lot of stuff. So for some people, they need to survive in their bubbles.
Yeah.
And then for others, we're going to try to keep this, and this out of my bubble so that I can have my bubble as long as possible.
Right.
Do I think that over time, people will be more receptive to things that are free medical health? By that, I mean the Reiki, the energy medicine, the apothecary medicine.
Yeah.
All of that. I think in time, more people, as results are produced, people will be more receptive
I think so.
to that.
Because some people just really don't know at all.
Well, that's
why we're trying to tell them, because we know.
But it's also generational. So now the baby boomers, I hate to say it, the baby boomers that wouldn't believe this, not all of them, are starting to. They're getting older, and
they don't care.
It's the
as
newer
much.
generations that we're preaching to anyway.
Yes.
That like my son is scientific. You can now scientifically prove energy medicine and all of these natural medications and things work. So big pharma is trying to let's silence social media. Let's silence people like us. Let's silence all the people that have the knowledge, because we're peons. Let's face it, you and I are real people.
Right.
We don't hold any big titles or have all this money. Who are we to say this, and this? We're like, well, dude, I don't really pay much for medical because I do this, and this. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You're miserable. I told you should try this tapping thing.
Yeah.
And you told me I look stupid, but it works for me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But I think over time it will become.
I get all that, but the stuff that's really, really bad for you, I mean, you just can't, like, just for instance, like, we're looking at popcorn. Let's just say a bag of popcorn. Okay, they had the skinny pop. It's not going to get you skinny. Just look on the back of the labels, and you'll see that it's just really not that good. But if you get this other kind that has just avocado oil and not these other vegetable oils that are doing it, just for instance, the vegetable oils are so refined, and that it's really that's what's giving you the inflammation. And I figured this out. Yeah. Because you get, all of a sudden you're just moving for 1 second. It's like, you can't move, right? Yeah. It's inflammation. So you can do blueberries to get the inflammation down and all those type of things. But I did realize that, organic is really good for you and not for vegetables and fruits.
So what you're saying is that when you come over When you come over, I should not eat the skinny pop except for when I'm alone. Now listen.
No, but I'm just saying
skinny pop isn't skinny pop if you eat the whole bag.
Yeah, true. Well, you're only supposed to go in the serving, right? But it's just a ploy. It's another thing about it. I think that's all it is.
Yeah, yep.
But I did find this out, and I saw a video. If it's true or not, but I think it is. So if you're in the supermarket and you're looking at the fruits and fruits, and you're looking at the barcode. And I learned this, that if it starts with a 4,
sure,
okay, it's organic. If it starts with an 8 or 9, it's been pesticide.
Oh, interesting.
So
interesting.
Just go check it out when you look at it.
Wash our vegetables. I wash my vegetables.
Yeah, you gotta wash them anyway. Yeah, you can't just like read them.
Now here's my other thought.
But anyway,
as somebody, so I guess we know what's in your fridge. You're gonna see all organic, right?
Well, yeah, I'm working on it.
Is there nothing in your fridge?
Yeah, no, I eat grapes a lot, grapes and blueberries, and because I've had my back just kind of tweak, and you got to keep moving anyway. You can't sit around.
No, even with pain.
I'm just a self-healer, and that's how it is, and I'm fine, and I'm 58 years young.
Well, for some people that might not work, right?
Right. But it should, because you're all human.
Well, right. You're right.
And if you stop eating and do some fasting and just let your body do its thing, then it'll take care of itself and heal itself. But because we eat all this junk and eat all this crap, then that's what I'm talking about.
But I'm going to say this, because I'm playing devil's advocate here.
I'd like you to.
As somebody who just got my diagnosis, am I going to worry about my cheeseburger and my ice cream sandwich, or that makes me happy, or am I going to try to eat more healthy, but I'm going through pain, and this pain my mind is not going to fix? I mean, it's bones. I can't fix my bones.
The pain's coming from your bones. I don't know what kind of food you can eat. I'm not an expert. I don't plan to be.
No, I know.
But I do have experience, and you have experience. Yeah. And that's what we do. Do. But is it fixable if you just kind of do something?
Well,
different?
That's the thing, is that you gotta. There's the key right there. So I don't. Is it fasting? Is it different medications? Is it this? Well, it's like you just have to change something and do and see what works. Really, to be honest,
right?
What works?
Well, it's going to work for you to unpinch your nerves,
or what's going to work to make you feel better.
Yeah, better, right?
And I know that there's people with cancer. I know people have lost limbs.
Right.
I know that there's all these people out there going like, no herb and no Reiki, you're going to be saving or helping me. I understand all of that. But it will help with a mindset when you're going through difficult times.
Right.
Which is healing in itself. Which brings us back to being in our house by ourselves. Like, we heal the best in our own environments. Right? It has to be your environment. So if you're in an environment that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you feel sick or whatever, that's not your space.
Right. Isn't that like with anything, though?
It is.
You could be at a party, you could be at a bowling alley, and you can do all these things. And and you say you're on a bowling team like I am. And if somebody really is like really down in the dumps and you're not going to, it's who you hang around with. I want to say, if you want to be successful, hang around success. If you don't want to be successful, then hang around people who are lazy and who don't want to do anything. And you are what you are.
Do you want to come over to my house and be magical? Because magical things happen at my house.
Yeah, I love magic. Well,
And I am going to say this one last piece before we have to go, because we've been running a little long. Despite all of this, what we're saying is we understand there are some people that are stuck and are unable to see these things to help them, because there are mental diseases that are beyond someone's control, much like any other medical thing, like your heart or your kidneys or whatever, and there's nothing that they can do about it. So I'm only saying this because if somebody's being lazy and at home, there's more to it than them being lazy than at home. Why is that they're at home just stuck in their space?
If you're home and lonely, you can give us a call.
Absolutely.
You can message us if you're listening to us.
I will sing you the happy song.
Yeah.
And we're going to end with the happy song. Okay, is everybody ready?
Oh, what is it?
I got something in my pocket. It belongs across my face. I keep it very close to me in a most convenient place. I bet you never guess it if you guess a long, long while. So I take it out. I put it on. It's a great big brownie smile. Yes, everybody's smiling. It almost always works.
That's great. We are smiling, and I'm sure everyone else is too.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Moxie. Our time has come to
Absolutely.
an end for today.
Bummer.
And we'll see you next time.
All right, honey.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Take care. Thank you.